Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your Sunday show. Listen, I'm glad to have you guys here. Today's the 16th of June, 2019. And we got a lot happening in crypto. Guess what? I think the next leg up might be just starting. Just this, in the last 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes. I'm watching the charts, watching them very carefully. Let's get the chart started right here, and let's take a look at what's going on. You know what? Bitcoin's shooting up in price right now. Almost $286 billion. It's shot up like $4 billion in just the last few minutes. And I'm thinking it might be starting its next leg up. That's what I'm thinking. Right now. Right this minute. It might be starting now. I told you guys I figured 2 or 3 months, but you know, I guess about a month has passed or so, and it ain't waiting. It ain't gonna wait for me. It's just because I say it has to be 2 months. It might only be a month, you know. Maybe it's getting ready to go up now to the next leg, and that's what it looks like it's trying to do. It looks like it's trying to go a little bit quicker than I thought it was. It's taking off. It's gonna hit its next kind of tricky spot at $10,000. It's at 92.27. Let me just refresh the page and see what it is. 92.58. You can see how quick it's moving. I refreshed that page. It's went from 92.20 to 92.50. I refreshed that page about just before I started the show, not just a couple minutes ago, maybe 2 minutes ago. It's moving up that fast right now. And it's exciting. It's exciting, really. Cryptocurrency is the only exciting asset class out there right now. It's the most volatile, but it's also the most exciting. So we're getting quite a bit of movement up, and Bitcoin is starting to head into this. I think it's heading toward its next leg up, and the next stop is 10,000. I picture it breaking through 10,000 and then dropping dropping back a little bit, you know, because there's probably going to be an awful lot of orders in the marketplace at 10,000, sell orders and stuff, you know, and it's going to take a couple shots at it before it'll break through that, I think. You know, it'll probably touch it, fall off, maybe touch it again, fall off again, and then the third time maybe bust through it and start to head to the... But that's... 10,000 is a big mark. Now, the next really big mark would be when it crosses its old high. You know? That's a big psychological barrier at $20,000. But that's a ways out. We're not going to worry about that for now. It's probably going to have to go through several legs up before it gets up in that territory again, a number of months down the road. I'm thinking probably this fall or something, you know. But this is what it's doing right now, 92.58. Now, we're going to take a look at an article here about Facebook. You know, Facebook, it's not such a big thing now as it was, but it was a tremendous big thing in the world with Facebook. Everybody was checking their Facebook all day long, you know, and I was never much into Facebook. I was one of these people, yes, I have a Facebook account, but doesn't everybody? But I never go there or stuff, and I never check it much or anything, you know. But this is Facebook now wants to enter the financial service industry. Well, the financial service industry is dominated by banks. It's planning a digital currency that will tap into its users' data to build up a profile. Facebook, the social media platform with 2.5 billion users, oh my gosh, you know, will soon launch its digital currency, GlobalCoin, in a push to disrupt the traditional and lucrative payment mechanisms that have made banks and finance companies rich running money around the world. Companies like Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, and others have verified and guaranteed payment transactions between buyers and sellers and demanded a fee for their services. Facebook plans to use blockchain, the technology behind cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, to transmit money more efficiently. Bitcoin allows online payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going through a bank or financial institution. See, this is huge. This is opening... actually, what it's really doing, it's actually opening up a can of worms. An enormous, whoop-ass can of worms. That's what this is opening up. But it seems like they can't stop it now at this point. the Internet of Money is coming. And there's no putting it back in the can now. They've opened up this can of worms. So it says, blockchain technology provides a new way for us to develop trust and agree on things without a middleman. The implications for corporate players are enormous. For years, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have been promising us faster, cheaper, and more secure way to pay for things, but have failed to deliver. Bitcoin would have to solve issues with scaling, transaction time, volatility before it be ready for everyday use. Now, you know what they're not getting here? Bitcoin is not going to be used for that. And this is what an awful lot of people aren't getting. It says for years, Bitcoin cryptocurrency have been promising us this. In other words, faster ways to pay for things. You know, like go to the grocery store and pay for your groceries, or go and buy a cup of coffee or whatever, you know. It says they have failed to deliver. Bitcoin would have to solve issues with scaling. Well, you know, Bitcoin's not going to be used for this. For everyday use. Because what Bitcoin is going to be where all of the big money goes. That's what Bitcoin's going to be used for. Bitcoin is going to be used for transmitting money too. It can transmit money back and forth across the internet. But for buying a cup of coffee, I don't think Bitcoin... see, in the initial days of Bitcoin, you know, one of the first purchases, I think it was the first purchase with Bitcoin, was for pizza. It's 7,000 Bitcoins for a pizza, you know. And it works fine. And an awful lot of other people from that point till now have bought a lot of merchandise. They've bought a lot of things. And every single one of those people, myself included, I've purchased things with Bitcoin. You're always sorry later. You're always crying later if you spent your Bitcoin on something. Right? And at the time it seems like a good idea. But later, when you look at it down the road, you say, that was the most expensive thing that I ever purchased in my life. Like right now, you know, you got a Bitcoin that's worth like $9,000, right? And say you got a whole one. And say you decide you're going to buy yourself a used car, you know, and say the car is half the price of the Bitcoin. Say it's a $4,500 car. And you spend half of your Bitcoin on it, 50% of a Bitcoin on it. At some point in the future, you're going to be so sorry that you spent that half of a Bitcoin, and all you're left with is half of a Bitcoin. At some point in the future, you'll be so sorry. And what this is going to do is, as people get sorrier and sorrier that they spent their Bitcoin, what's going to happen is the amount of people that are using Bitcoin for these transactions and stuff is going to decrease. Because you'd have to be a fool to spend your Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's not going to be spent. The question is, will these Facebook currency be spent? Well, it's linked to fiat. And so, yes, it probably will be spent. Facebook plans to stabilize global coins' value by backing every digital coin with a set number of dollars, euros, or yen, or other national currencies held in Facebook bank accounts around the world. Linking the value of fiat currencies would both insulate Facebook coin from volatility and undermine leading cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to undermine Bitcoin or the leading cryptocurrencies. Look, you got the dollar, you got the euro, you've got the Great British Pound, you know? You've got all these different currencies in the world, and they don't undermine one another. There's room enough in the world for hundreds of different currencies, with each one having a different purpose, you know? So I've heard a lot of rumors out there that this Facebook coin is going to destroy Bitcoin and everything. I don't believe any of that. In fact, if anything, it's going to move more money into the space of it's going to make more acceptance of digital assets that run on blockchain, because this is a digital asset that runs on blockchain. says Facebook, this will insulate, we're talking about fiat currencies, will insulate Facebook coin from volatility and undermine leading cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Now, that's an assumption that they're making, while also making it more likely that global coin would get political cover in the United States, Japan, and Europe, countries whose currencies stand to gain strength if Facebook users start using global coins linked to those national currencies. For it to work, users will need to trust Facebook that there is real money actually in an account somewhere that is backing up each global coin. That's not true either. First off, they're putting that out there, that people, that there's real money backing Facebook coin. Once people start using Facebook coin, they're not going to care. Once they start making purchases with it, and say it's pegged to the dollar, and say so each one of their Facebook coins is worth so many dollars, right? And they go out and they purchase a new hat or a sweater or something, right? And it works just like real money. At that point, the people that are using it, they don't care. They don't care if there's an account somewhere that's backing up each global coin. All they care about is the fact that they can purchase things with it. That's all they care about. It says, as a company, Facebook earns more than $40 billion in annual revenue, and it could be one of the only companies in the world today with a financial resource to succeed in such a project. If Facebook is successful where Bitcoin has failed, well, see, there they go again, where Bitcoin has failed. Bitcoin hasn't failed at all. If Bitcoin has failed, how come the price is shooting skyward this morning? Huh? Global coin could achieve mainstream success in everyday commerce. Facebook would gain access to its 2.5 billion users' spending data and financial programs by creating its own payment system. By facilitating payments on third-party websites, apps, even in retail shops, Facebook could theoretically become one of the largest payment platforms in the world and could challenge PayPal, Apple Pay, Alphabet's Google Pay, Amazon Pay, and Square. The social network is reportedly recruiting financial firms, including Visa and MasterCard, along with dozens of online merchants, offering them the opportunity to eliminate card processing fees if they accept global coin as a payment method. Visa and MasterCard are two companies that would be severely disrupted. Both make a good deal of their profits from debit and credit card processing fees. Perhaps they have read the writing on the wall and want to ensure that they are a part of the future. Maybe they have learned a valuable lesson watching the music industry fall into disruption. It says, or else Facebook is simply making Visa and MasterCard an offer they cannot refuse, like providing them access to spending data and financial profiles of Facebook's billions of users. You know what, guys? This is huge, and I think that this could be the move that I've been expecting, where I said that there's going to be a move toward the government's actually working in conjunction. There might be something, I just don't know what's going on here, but I was expecting the government to do this rather than Facebook. I was expecting FedCoin, and here I see the facsimile of FedCoin, but Facebook's releasing it. Facebook's such a big company with so many people behind it. I mean, this, yes, we're going to have to wait and see just what sort of a reaction there is against the deregulated cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin. I can see Bitcoin and Litecoin not being affected by this so much. But some of these other currencies, cryptocurrencies that are further down the list, that are trying to fit into the same basic idea or basic principle as Facebook coin's going to. In other words, Facebook coin is fitting into a certain slot. But they got 2.5 billion users, right? And they've got the name Facebook, and they've got the financial service industry that they're trying to build globally. Now there's these other coins that are not Bitcoin further down the list, you know, who are trying to fit into this same space, but they're not as big of players. Facebook coin could knock them out, right? Now, Bitcoin, Litecoin, probably Ethereum, and a number of these other coins, probably not going to affect them too adversely. It's going to affect these other coins that are trying to fit into that same position that the Facebook coin's going to fit into. Anyway, listen, thank you guys for listening to this show. This is a big thing, really. This is a big thing. We're going to have to see how it plays out. And, of course, I'm probably going to be talking about it more in other shows coming up in the future. As this thing gets released and as it starts to function within the system, I'm going to be watching it very carefully and keep you guys tuned to the latest developments in this. And we'll catch you guys in the next show. And give me a thumbs up. Bye-bye, guys.